The beginning of the plum pudding that I mentioned earlier, and this is the buttered pan. I don't have the actual pot that the plum pudding can go in, so I'm going to use a saucepan. This pan will go into the other saucepan. The water has to come up at least halfway up the pan, and it has to be lifted slightly up from the bottom of the pan. Sometimes they suggest using a trivet, but I didn't have one that fits or anything like that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to end up putting this pot inside, and because the handle doesn't go all the way down, it's going to kind of boil like sideways, and this is going to boil for 5 hours straight. It has to boil for 5 hours straight. There's golden raisins, prunes, mixed peel or candied fruit. I did another video the other day on the candied fruit. Lemon zest, orange zest, blanched almonds, carrot, butter, breadcrumbs. I use soft breadcrumbs from my panettone bread that I also did another video on that the other day. Brown sugar, flour, salt, nutmeg, mixed spice. I did another video on that, how to make your own mixed spice. Eggs, milk, rum. You can use rum, brandy, wine. You could use a lot of different things in this recipe, but I went as cheap as I could. About $2.50 a bottle for 50 milliliters of Captain Morgan rum. And you have to cover, you put this filling inside this pot. It's already going to be greased. You're going to cover it with wax paper, and then you're going to cover it with 2 thicknesses of aluminum foil. You're going to tie it with a string, and then you're going to place this pot back into the prepared saucepan that the water's already boiling, and you're going to leave it there for 5 hours. This is the first time I'm trying this recipe, so I'll let you see the results at the end. And you got to replace the water as it boils away. And this is the filling. There's dried cherries in there. There's homemade candied blueberries, which I did the other day. I put a lot of carrots in here. Not every recipe had that. Some recipes have suet. And they said that plum pudding, the original plum pudding never really had plums in it. Maybe some of them did, but plum pudding, when they use the word plum, just means any variety of dried fruits. It's supposed to be dried fruits, fresh fruits, and candied fruits, and also you can put candied peel, God bless you, and a mixture, and that's what it stood for. So when you say plum pudding, it meant any mixture that you make with your own dried fruits, fresh fruits, and candied fruits. So if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, Remote-Backroad-Jungles. Do not forget to tune in again for the end result of the plum pudding after the 5 hours. And my link is www.youtube.com/@hiddenoasis-secret pathfinder. And don't forget to tune in also for the cheesecake that I'm going to take out later, and I'm going to show you the end result of the Japanese cheesecake with the strawberry topping.